So, we have a little song that we wrote for you to spell out what it means to be pastor.
It's for the preaching that you gave us. It means only that you're aging well. As we sing and praise your song, go us. His voice will call to ring your bell. Oh, it's in the sound that's called Nipomo. Where you move your heart so empty are. Put them all together, makes the gospel. As it to us, you are. When they push you out to pass, there's no time, almost not so far.
This is a gift for us. I know you've been traveling back and forth a lot, and there is a particular place along the way that is supposed to be home to the traveler. Peace Soup Anderson's. And a very big.
The Lutherans sing all the verses. That was only one.
You wouldn't like him.
So,
Good job.
thank you all.
Good job, Dan.
Great job. Great job.
Oh, that's
Before we get into speak, let's open this up. Is there anybody else here who would like to stand up and say something nice?
If no one's ever to say something big or hanging outside the office.
No, it's great, but powerful. I grew up in the Lutheran tradition, Missouri.
Louder.
I grew up in the Missouri Synod, in the Lutheran tradition, and it's always been a powerful and important part of my life. It set the course for a lot of things for me. But I really have to honestly say that the first day I walked into Hollywood Lutheran and was greeted by Dan and by many of you, it was the very first time that I could be myself in the context of a tradition in which I was raised. And I can't even begin to tell you how powerful it is. And I know I'm not the only one who shares that feeling and that sentiment. It's not like I'm out of breath. It's such an incredibly important thing to me. And I know to many of you too. So I wanted to say thank you to Dan publicly for that. Thank him privately, of course. And wish you and Carl all the best.
Is there anyone else who have any fine words? You may.
I want you to know that my neo-pagan UCC self felt very much at home with you and felt welcomed here. You have a broad array of openness, a huge spectrum, and those of us who don't agree necessarily theologically can feel at home here, and it is an awesome thing. So thank you, Dan, for laying the groundwork and opening the arms for all of us. Appreciate it.
Anyone else who has anything to say?
I'll keep it short and sweet. Our work here, just basically the kindness of all of the Lutherans, but in particular your pastor and Carl, the welcome, the help, and home for us is very, very much appreciated. We're deeply indebted to you and to your parish, and thank you and God bless you from the American Catholic Church, Parish of the Beloved Disciple. Thank you.
I think that I was responsible in getting Pastor Dan and Carl involved in the wheat business. And I thank them very much. They really worked hard at the wheat business. And I will say, may the wheat be with you.
Is there anyone else? Dan, as current president of the Hollywood Lutheran Church Council, I would like to thank you for being a part of our lives. And when it comes to the council, you have pushed us, you have given us challenges to meet, and generally just a wealth of information. And for this church, you have worked so hard, not only with your basic pastoral duties, but as taking care of the building and the people who come to this church, and even people who don't come to the church. And I think I can say, not only for this council, but for all the past councils, thank you very much for being a part of our lives.
Amen.
I just wanted to thank the pastor and Carl for their encouragement and support for the book on Director F.W. Murnau, which couldn't have been done without the help and support of the church and church archives and Joan, and certainly for the organ project. We spent 2 days getting the wind chest out of the chamber, and believe me, it was bloody hard work. Thank you for the scissor lift. My best.
One more.
Well,
On behalf of 5,000 inmates at Men's County Jail, thank you, Pastor Dan and Carl, for encouragement and hope that otherwise was really not there. And let's all think about what we all can do to help this group of people as we strive to continue the work of these two gentlemen. Thank you.
I suppose like they say at weddings, if you have nothing more to say, then you're going to have to hold your peace forever. And you are going to be missed. And I think everybody here thanks you for being a part of this congregation.
We love you, Pastor Dan.
A few words?
You know, I didn't even think about the eventuality that you'd want to hear more. We had 500 opportunities.
Okay, never mind.
I think the one thing that I'm hearing, which is very complimentary, God bless you, was openness. And maybe back when churches were all full and we were all white and all middle class and all 1950s and all that stuff, that we didn't even think about that stuff. But ever since I came here as a visitor, I came here the first time as a visitor, that's what stuck with me, is if the people of God are here for any reason, it is to be open. And everything that we've tried to do together has opened things more fully than perhaps the past ever allowed us to do. And it certainly has pushed me in directions I never thought I'd go. And thank you, Phyllis, for mentioning the jail and prison work, because it was something I've told many people. I didn't have that skill set. I knew nothing about it. I don't have street smarts. It was not on my plate. But people in this congregation said, we have to respond. We have to be open. And so I was led into that as well. But when each of these things has come along, it's like Oh, I get it, duh. You know, we're supposed to be there for that too. And so as I've tried to be here for you and you've all been here for me, that's what you need to take to carry forward. That's my last word. Thank you.
Behind every great man, there's probably another woman or a man doing a little bit of pushing, and we haven't heard anything from Carl. Carl, do you have anything to say to us? Because you have been instrumental in many, many things in this congregation. And not only pastors retiring means we're going to lose you as well. And we need to say thank you to you. Yeah. Yeah. We'd like to hear from you.
Yeah, I guess so.
We're not twisting your arm here, but
No. Probably the retirement is my greatest accomplishment. He just didn't want to quit. But after about 3 years of talking about it, finally came around. I think the prison ministry was the most compelling aspect of my experience here. It's just the most basic of the Christian mission as far as I'm concerned.
I'm getting to that right now. Marie has a gift for the pastor,
And Dan.
and Dan.
Dan and Carl. Dan and Dan. Dan and Dan.
It's not chocolate.
You're right. But
We've had enough chocolate.
you'll understand.
Okay, I'll open the card you open. From Marie, she just handed it.
Oh, okay, well. Oh, yeah.
Thank you,
It's a
Marie.
very nice, sincere card for retirement.
No gag lines, sorry, folks.
Yeah. Yeah.
But all these funny frogs on here, I don't know.
Tell me you're not one that saves the paper.
No, he does.
Yeah, rip that sucker away.
I'm in the salvation business. Give it a
Let's go there. Oh, Marie's famous for getting cartoons. Let's see. The guy's shoveling snow, and oh, he's making a tea. Oh, still having some trouble adjusting to retirement, dear. He shovels out nothing to do. Perfect from another Michigander.
Oh. We'll have to put these upstairs.
Yeah, he brought some mementos from his 40 years of ordained ministry up in Hoyt.
And your wedding license.
And
Oh, it is?
Thank you all.
Now, retire. Would you please go? Enough already. Okay.
Now, yeah, the last little thing on the agenda is that when we all walk out of here, we have another group coming in behind us. So that means we gotta clean up a little bit. So we're looking for some volunteers for cleanup.
I'll finish the cake.
Thank you all very much.
We'll watch.
Thank you.
See? Look, I'm not missing. Pronunciation.